Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Jose Duarte on the line, and he's Head of Marketing and Growth over at Boro. Jose, welcome to the show.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, all is well and excited to have you here. So we're going to talk about helping college students build a successful financial future. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into what you're doing over at Boro. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Yeah, so Boro started about 4 or 5 years ago. We started as a company that gave car loans to international students. Our two co-founders were international students themselves, and they recognized this need to help these international students who didn't have access to good credit get access to the credit that they needed to get a car loan and be able to get around campus. And, slowly the mission for the company kind of broadened as they had some success to eventually include personal loans and then eventually expanding the audience to include all college students and not just international students. So I joined about a year ago as they were making that pivot and to work on the brand image. We reworked all of the branding elements. We reworked the marketing strategy, the acquisition strategy, and then most importantly, we worked on our product. We launched an app in September that included our core lending features. And now we have continued our mission of helping college students achieve their financial future by adding this new feature that we're releasing soon that we're calling My Boro, that will allow students to better manage their finances in a way that is specifically tailor-made for them and not something that is, one size fits all like other apps that are for grown-ups like Mint and other apps like that.
Man, that's awesome. I love it. What a great story, too. I like how it kind of built over time and you just listen to your audience and from that you come to the core product and the offering kind of expanded. So I love it. It's a great story. Let's talk a little bit more about the app and what you're doing. I mean, tell us a little bit more about that and how that works.
Yeah, so, the current version of the app has our main product that we call Boro Cash. We position that product as kind of an alternative to a credit card. Sometimes we call it a reverse credit card because unlike a credit card where, you get a line granted and then you spend up and down and pay it off as you go, with Boro Cash, all of your payments up front, how long it's going to take you to pay back, and how much interest you're going to pay overall. So, a lot of students really like that because it gives them the certainty that they'll be able to pay back and they'll know how long it's going to take for them to pay back. But we also heard a lot from students that they want more than that. Our loans are great because they are also, they're a low barrier of entry that helps some of these college students build their credit. A lot of these college students have never had any type of credit before. So our loans help them build their credit, but they want more. They want personalized tips. They want to know how they stack up against other students like them or other students at their school. They want to know, if they're overspending too much. They want to know how they're trending relative to what they're doing. They want to know if they can afford to go to the bar on the weekend. So as we kept talking to them, we started hearing from them that there was a lot of very specific use cases that were common to college students that maybe weren't as applicable for us. So, when was the last time that you worried about how much you spent on Starbucks, for example? Well, a college student really does care about that because it's a very limited budget that they have. So what we're doing, we have our core lending features on the app. Those are working really well, but we're adding this huge suite of features that we're calling My Boro. And, to go down the list of everything that comes in it, we're going to be able to smartly track all of your spending, keep track of how much you spend on average each week, each month. We're going to be able to monitor your credit and send you alerts about it. We're going to be able to give you advice on how to improve it. That's like one of the number one things that people ask us. They tell us, I know I want to improve my credit. I just don't know how. And nowhere do they teach me this. And, it's kind of ironic that they're a university and they're telling us that they're not getting the personal education or personal finance education that they think they need. And so that's part of the response that we're adding into this app. We're adding a lot of educational content, and we're adding some, more Gen Z specific elements to appeal to college students. The feed is going to look like the TikTok feed. We've had a lot of success with TikTok, so we're emulating it a little bit. You're also going to be able to compare your spending to other students, so you're going to be able to see, if you're the top spender at bars in your school, and maybe that's going to make you want to spend a little bit less. Or we're going to be able to tell you if you're spending more on eating out than you did the week before or the month before. And this kind of benchmarking is really what we found students are craving, to understand where they stand. And that phrase kept coming up. Like, I don't know where I stand. I don't know where I stand. Students just want that peace of mind that, they're not overspending, and then they kind of want that leeway to feel free, that they don't have to worry about managing their finances. And that's kind of what we're trying to achieve with this feature.
Man, that's exciting. Tell us a little bit more about this TikTok. I know you guys are blowing up over there.
Yeah, so, TikTok is getting ready to open up their ad platform to anyone. So we've been getting a lot of interest in hearing how we've done, because a lot of people have seen us on TikTok. And so, we work with an agency partner right now. The thing that we have found has a lot of success. It's kind of one of the things that you always hear when they talk about social media is kind of being true to the social network itself. When we talked about Instagram, everybody gave you the tips of, make sure that the image is square, etc. Well, with TikTok, it's almost like the inverse opposite of Instagram. If Instagram is, highly polished, very highly staged, TikTok is very dressed down, kind of open up the camera and shoot something and kind of go with it. As a proof point, as an example, we tested a ton of ads on TikTok because we didn't know what would work, right? Because we were just, we started with some Instagram stories, we put some other stuff, and, but the ad that had the most success, and the one that we just kept running month after month after month, was an ad that one of our interns made in like 30 seconds. Yeah, and the lesson for us, and that's something that I've always tried to tell my team, we have to be the audience. You have to be the audience. You have to know the audience. And so in our case, we had the good luck that we have, we work with a lot of college-age interns. So it's about giving them the training that they need and building up their confidence to let them run with it. And usually you get some pretty good stuff.
Man, that's awesome. I love that, Jose. So that being said, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information about Boro, and also you got to tell them the TikTok, like how to get connected there and all that good stuff. I mean, how do they reach out?
Yeah, they can follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok at GetsBoro, and our website is getsboro.com.
Fantastic. Well, Jose, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great work you're doing over at Boro, and to help our college students succeed financially. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Jose, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.